Ladies and gentlemen, to whom it concerns, it's The Late Late Show. And here is your host, Gay Byrne.
That's enough. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be one of the great shows. On the other hand, maybe not. And looking at the crowd we have in tonight, maybe not. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, the Sharon Shannon Band. Yeah! Oh, well done. Right, plenty more to come. What are we about tonight? Well, now, you know, ladies and gentlemen, that it's been traditional on The Late Show for many years that now and then, occasionally, we pay a tribute to somebody whose name is well known. Mostly, though not exclusively, in show business. But they tend to be of a mature age. And tonight we're paying tribute to somebody, and we're switching around, because we're paying tribute to a very young woman from a place called Ruan, near Corofin in County Clare. And she is part of that extraordinary explosion of musical talent which has come on the scene in this country in the last 10 or 15 years, in all branches of music. And not only is she a superb musician who has managed to fuse together Irish traditional music with influences from outside, but she's also one of the most popular and well-loved. And she has toured and performed and recorded with all of the biggest names in the business. And many of them have come along to pay tribute to her on The Late Late Show tonight. Indeed, it's probably the first time that they have all ever been in one studio together, and it's very likely the last time that you will ever see them all together in one room. That comes later. She was part of that extraordinarily successful album, A Woman's Heart, which is now the fastest-selling album, Irish album, in the history of the business. It sold well over 100,000 copies and is still going strong. It was 21 weeks in the charts, 15 weeks of those at #1. And she was also part of the concert, A Woman's Heart. And those who attended any of those concerts will tell you that they were very exceptional experiences. And it's to celebrate the spirit of the album and the concert and what gave rise to it and what has led from it that we're celebrating tonight. And she has another piece for us now called the Phil Cunningham Set. And the young lady in question is, of course, Sharon Shannon.
All right, then. We add to the scene now by adding two more women to the function and the concert tonight. One was a violinist with the National Symphony Orchestra. She supported Joan Armatrading in her tour in Ireland, and she wrote the title track to A Woman's Heart, and the other has come along to sing that title track. So let's have a welcome, please, for the Eleanor McAvoy Band and Mary Black.
My heart is so low, as only a woman's heart can be. It's only a woman's, it's only a woman's, it's only a woman's my bewildered eyes taste bittersweet romance. You're still in my hopes, you're still on my mind, oh. And even though I manage on my own, my heart is low, my heart is so low. It's only a woman's heart can be. It's only a woman's, it's only a woman's, it's only a woman's heart can know. The restless eyes reveal my troubled soul, and memories flood my weary heart. I mourn for my dreams, I mourn for my wasted love. And while I know that I'll survive alone, my heart is low, my heart is so low. It's only a woman's heart can be. It's only a woman's, it's only a woman's, it's only a woman's heart can know. My heart is low, yes, my heart is so low. It's only a woman's heart can be. It's only a woman's, it's only a woman's, it's only a woman's heart can know. My heart is low, my heart is so low. It's only a woman's heart can be. It's only a woman's, it's only a woman's, it's only.
Meanwhile, from there, Mary Custy and Owen O'Neill have joined Sharon. She's known them since she was a little baby and first started playing with them outside their door. Sharon, was this before you gave up riding horses now, or what?
Probably about around the same time.
Around about the same time. I am told that your parents' house is full of cups and trophies for horse riding. You were pretty handy on a pony, were you?
Not really, no.
She doesn't talk a lot, as you might have thought. Do you ride horses at all now, Sharon?
Not an awful lot, no. The odd time when I go down home, down to Clare.
You're still able to manage, though, are you?
I am, yeah.
Very good. All right. What have you got for us now, then, in the way of a tune?
2 reels. The first one is called Bill Tools. He's a friend of ours from Athenry, a great accordion player. And the second one is a tune we got from Maura O'Connell, a great concertina player from Ghana.
She can't remember the titles. How does she remember the tunes? That's what I want.
Okay. Yeah.
man here is Frank Custy. How do you do, Frank? No need to stand. I rose from the ranks myself, you know. Now, apart from her brother Gary, you were one of her main teachers, were you? How did you come across her at all?
Well, it's funny you mentioned horses there a few minutes ago. Just through horses I came across Sharon for the first time, because I had horses at the time, and her dad down here, I was always borrowing his horse box, so that's how I got to know Sharon for the first time.
Yeah, you were school teaching at this time, were you?
I was, yeah.
Don't worry, I'll get to IJ now in a minute. So what is her great gift, Frank, do you reckon? What is
her
it?
great gift is I think she loves what she's doing.
Yeah.
There's a love and an enjoyment coming through in it. And I'm a great believer in enjoying your music.
Yeah, you're not into competition.
No, I'm totally opposed to competition. I believe music should be fun for once they start as children, right through, and that they should enjoy what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I think Sharon proves that the whole time, that there's an enjoyment and a love in her music.
And what age was she when she started? Since she's unlikely to give me this information herself.
Well, she was 7 or 8 when I came across her.
Yeah. And she started on the box, did she?
She did, yeah. I never did much. I did very little for Sharon except to encourage her.
I know.
And I felt that I'm very happy to have encouraged her, but I did very little for her.
Mm. Well,
I think she had genius from the word go.
Well, whatever you did, it was well worthwhile. Good luck to you. Well done. Jerry Lombard, you are a dedicated fan of this young woman, I know. Was it through the horses you met her as well?
No, through the music.
It was through the horses, Jerry. Come on.
No, music.
You have a few horses, have you?
I tried to sell her a donkey one time.
Did you make it?
A black donkey.
You didn't make it. You didn't buy it, no?
I sold him last week. I told her there, and it's gone.
Good donkey.
She missed the chance.
I see. And do you play yourself? You play with
I
music?
do play the odd strunk on.
Yeah? And what do you think of her then? What do you reckon?
She's tidy.
When were you in Dublin last, Jerry?
1980, I think.
Was it? You don't often come.
Thank God I don't, but you know, it's a fine place.
It's a fine But not as good as Cork now, Jerry. Not as good as Cork.
Well, Cork is a nice spot too, but...
Do you not like coming to Dublin? Is that it?
It's great, but it's so far away, man.
I never thought of that. It's a long way away. This is known as a filler conversation while I line up the next number. Thanks for talking to me, Jerry. Well done. Well, I'll go over here, get myself out of the way, because I want to tell you. And this little number is arranged by Maura O'Connell and it's called The Duke of York Troops. Yes, Charles. another number from Mary Black, because she's just returned from a major tour in the UK, culminating in 2 nights in the Albert Hall, a great success. And she has a song for us from her, a single from her recently released album called The Collection, and it's called The Moon and St. Christopher. Mary Black.
I spoke like a child, and I saw with a child's eyes, and an open door was to a girl like the stars are to the sky. It's funny how the world lives up to all your expectations, with adventures for the stout of heart and the lure of the open spaces. There's 2 lanes running down this road, and whichever side you're on counts for where you want to go, what you're running from. Darkness overtook me on a blind man's curve. I relied upon the moon. I relied upon the moon. I relied upon the moon. Saint Christopher. I've paid my dues 'cause I have owed them, but I've paid a price sometimes for being such a stubborn woman in such stubborn times. I have run from the arms of lovers, I have run from the eyes of friends, I have run from the hands of kindness, I have run just because I can. Now I've grown and I speak like a woman, and I see with a woman's eyes, and an open door is to me now like the saddest of goodbyes. When it's too late for turning back, and I pray for the heart and the nerve, I rely upon the moon. I rely upon the moon. I rely upon the moon. Saint Christopher. I rely upon the moon. I rely upon the moon. I rely upon the moon. Saint Christopher, to be my guide.
Thank you. We're celebrating a woman's heart, the spirit thereof, and Sharon Shannon. And joining us now with Kieran Goss and James Blennerhassett, better known as the Blen. Let's have a welcome, please, for Frances Black. Frances.
Everybody loves a lover. I'm a lover. Everybody
everybody loves me. Anyhow, that's how I feel. Wow, I feel just like a Pollyanna. I should worry, not for nothing. Everybody loves me, yes they do, 'cause I love everybody since I fell in love with you. Who's the most popular personality? I can't help thinking it's no one else to see. Gee, I feel just about 10 feet tall, having a ball. Guess you might call me a Pollyanna. Everybody loves a lover. Everybody loves me, yes they do, 'cause I love everybody since I fell in love with you.
Who's the most popular person?
Loves a lover.
Oh, I can't help thinking it's no one.
Everybody loves me.
Gee, I feel just about 10 feet
That's how
tall,
I feel.
having a
How
ball.
I feel.
Guess you might call me a Pollyanna. I should worry,
Not for nothing. Everybody loves me. Yes, they do. 'Cause I love everybody since I fell in love with you. Fell in love with you.
say what?
Fell in love with you.
Call me a Pollyanna.
Come over here. That's a queer sort of a song to be singing in a trad Irish concert, for God's sake. Nothing at all to do with it. It's all for the crack and all for the fun. Now, you do a little song unaccompanied for me, will you please, called Legal Illegal.
I will, surely.
Will you do
Yeah,
that by
no
special
problem
request?
at all.
All right, off you go.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Neil.
Thank you.
Every time you pick up a newspaper, every time you switch on the TV, you can bet your own boots that at some point you'll see a high-ranking guard or else a TD calling on all who are meant to be free to stand up and defend law and order. It's illegal to rip off a payroll. It's illegal to hold up a train. But it's legal to rip off $1 million or two that comes from the labours that other folk do. To plunder the many on behalf of a few. It's a thing that is perfectly legal. It's illegal to kill off your landlord or to trespass upon his estate. But to charge a high rent for a slum is okay. To condemn 2 adults and 3 children to stay in a hovel that's rotten with damp and decay. It's a thing that is perfectly legal. If your job turns you into a zombie, then it's legal to feel some despair. But don't get aggressive and don't get too smart. For Christ's sake, don't upset the old apple cart. Remember your boss has your interests at heart, and it grieves him to see you unhappy. If you fashion a bomb in your kitchen, then you're guilty of breaking the law. But a bloody great nuclear plant is okay, and plutonium processing hastens the day when this small little isle will be blasted away. Nonetheless, it is perfectly legal. It's illegal if you are a traveller to camp by the side of the road. But it's proper and right for the rich and the great to live in a mansion and own an estate that was got from the people by pillage and rape. Well, that's what they call a tradition. It's illegal to kill off your missus or put poison in your romance tea. But poison the rivers, the seas and the skies, and poison the minds of a nation with lies. It's all in the interest of free enterprise. Nonetheless, it is perfectly legal. Well, it's legal to sing on the telly,
but make bloody sure that you don't. To sing about racists and fascists and creeps and those in high places who live off the weak, and those who are selling us right up the creek, the twisters, the takers, the con men, the fakers, the whole bloody gang of exploiters.
Now Sharon is joined by Donal Lunny, Liam O'Wayne Lee, Noel Bridgman, Mary Custy, Trevor Hutchinson, and others for a little number called Blackbird. Yes, Sharon. Yo! You see, what I find upsetting about her is she won't talk to me, but she keeps on looking at me while she's playing and winking at me. I don't know what she has in her mind at all. It's very strange. How are you, sir?
Very well.
What attracts you to this young lady and her music, and how did you come across her first anyway?
Well, I think we first played together around a campfire in Glastonbury after a gig there. The Waterboys were playing and Sharon was playing with them at the time. But a thing that happened, we were at a party. A friend of ours, Jimmy Hickey, was having a party.
You go to parties, do you?
Occasionally, yeah, occasionally. The mood is right. Whatever that means. But the mood was right anyway, and there we were, and there was a session, and...
Session!
Camera, please, around there. It's required.
So
session now. And we played until good and late, and it was the most amazing night of music. Sharon was there, and Peter, one of my accomplices, Mary and Owen were there, and many, many other people. And the whole week seemed to have its own momentum.
Yes.
We just played every night. We played until dawn most mornings, most nights.
No wonder you look so wrecked.
Thank you.
Here, Donald Lundy, will you come over to me for a moment,
Thought I
please?
paid you not to say that.
No. Your mammy's still complaining you won't comb your hair, for God's sake. How are you, Donald?
Very well, thank you.
Where did you go back and take your place there? Where did you come across Sharon, Donald?
Well, the time I played with Sharon most was when she started making an album, which was down in Kinvara, which was in 1989. Is that right? Yeah, I went down there with Philip and Adam Clayton and...
The famous Kinvara session.
Indeed, we played all day. Didn't stop, we played about 15 hours of music in 18 hours, I'd say. And enjoyed every second of it.
Wonderful. What has she got? What is it she has?
Musical charisma.
Musical charisma, that's right. That's right, she has. And, and a great set of fingers.
That's
great
right.
Set of fingers.
And enjoys what she does and loves it.
Very good. All right. You go back over there. Adam, will you come and have a word with the Adam Clayton, ladies and gentlemen? Adam Clayton, how are you? Good to see you. One of the great ambassadors of music worldwide. You're just home.
You've been watching those ads on
That's
TV
right,
again.
You're just home and you're going to take a little rest, are you?
We're all back and we are going to take a break, but we start up again, about February or something.
Had a good year.
A good year, yeah.
Fantastic year, let's face it.
Yeah, it's been good.
Fantastic year, very good. Where did you come across this young lady first?
Well, I think as Donald was saying, I got involved in Philip's program, bringing it all back home at an early stage, and he was just telling me about it, and I said, well, I don't really know that much about traditional music. I'd like to know more about it. And he said, well, come with us, we're off to Kinvara for the weekend. There's an amazing lady down there playing.
Off to Kinvara!
And we'll put in a good word for you, and we'll see what happens. And Sharon was very kind to invite me to play with her, and that's how it all started.
And she taught you all you know?
Well, I'd like to think I taught her a few things.
Boasty, all right, back you go. Philip King, will you introduce this next one? Marguerite, I believe it is. Yeah.
I will.
Do, please.
I will.
You're very welcome, Philip.
Thank you.
God bless you, Philip.
Right.
Off you go.
Well, as the lads were saying, we went, I think it was May 1989, at about midnight, we got into a car and drove to Kinvara and arrived in Kinvara at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and started to play music then, continued on until the following morning, and people were making movements as if to go to bed. And to which Sharon was saying, no! No! You can't go to bed. You can't go to bed, so nobody was allowed to go to bed. A will of iron.
A will of iron.
And of course, we stayed up and continued for another day and recorded and played some more. And subsequent to that, a record was being made and was being recorded in Dublin and was being recorded in, then I think, the Windmill Lane #2 studio on Stephen's Green. And we were there one morning and we were playing away and putting down this tune, and we didn't have a title for it. And when the tune was done, Adam and myself went over to the Shelburne for a bit of a chat at about lunchtime and decided that we'd have a margarita. So we had one, and then we had another one, and then Adam went home, and I got a tray of margaritas and brought them across to the studio and was assisted by a burly sergeant across Kildare Street, and we go in through the Shelburne car park into the studio, hence the name of the tune, the Margarita Suite. And
that was some introduction, I'll say that.
Get on with it. Well, I've learned from the master again, you know.
Go for it, go for it.
The Margarita Suite, and we play it now. You right? Hand on.
Sharon comes from a musical family, as you know. And some of them were involved in her recording of the first album. And tonight she's joined by her brother Gary, her sister Mary, and of course... And of course, Jerry O'Byrne on guitar. And this one is called, Sharon, what's it called?
It's a French-Canadian set of tunes, the Woodchoppers and the Voyagers, really.
Now, that was Gary and Mary Shannon there. Gary, in fact, was the first in the family to get an instrument of any kind. He got the flute. And then everybody had to fall into line while he learned how to play the flute. And so that's the way the music grew up in the family. And Mary followed on from there. And thank you, Jerry, for that as well. Now I want to introduce another friend of Sharon's who is from Scotland and has deferred all sorts of trips to America and all kinds of things to be here tonight. Would you welcome, please, Mike Scott? You're going to do a little number together. What's it called?
It's Bob Dylan's song, Gay. It's called Forever Young. And it's the first song Sharon and I ever played together a few years ago.
That's terrific. Awfully well. Thank you very much.
May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars, climb on every rung, and may you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. May you grow up to be gentle, may you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong. And may you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy, may your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of changes shift. May your heart always be joyful and your sun always be sun. And may you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young. May you stay forever young.
Meanwhile, welcome home Maura O'Connell.
She cries that she needs him, and someday he'll change. Now's not a good time to go, and it isn't my place to say leave him and run, but no love is worth all the damage she's done. But if she'll hold her ground, I'll hold my tongue. Ever the diplomat. But I'd like to think that I would be stronger than that. Where's her hair? Where's her nerve? Does part of her think this is all she deserves? Oh, I would be stronger. I wouldn't stay 1 minute longer. I would be stronger than that. But it started out good, and they usually do. Then one day it's taken for granted, till words become weapons and turn into pain. Oh, why is she still holding on? She said living without him is too hard to face, and I try to imagine myself in her place, but with well-chosen words and well-placed tears, she forgives him in 2 seconds flat. Oh, I'd like to think that I would be stronger than that. Well, I know what she's thinking, and I know what she'd say, that my life and hers are like night and like day. Her love is the
great.
All these Clare people, it was great. All from Clare. Now, home from Nashville, just in the door, not time to draw her breath. Nashville is home now, is it?
Yes, indeed it is.
Yeah. Were you surprised with the success of The Woman's Heart?
I really was. I mean, I wasn't. I kind of was away, and the next thing I knew, it had sold 50,000 records. And I wasn't here during the time, but I mean, I'm not surprised when you have Mary Black and Sharon Shannon and Frances Black and Eleanor and of course Dolores Keane, and sure, if the six of us can't make enough noise, I don't know really who can, you know.
It was well done. It was lovely to have you
Thank
on
you
the
very
show
much.
tonight.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you very much indeed, Maura,
Thank
for
you
coming.
very
Good
much.
girl.
Thank you.
Thank you. Maura O'Connell. All right. Now, Miss Shannon, would you do me a favour, please, and explain to me what is a corradinio anyway, please? Which is the type of the next tune.
It's a type of a tune, like a jig or a reel. It's a corradinio.
From
It's
where?
From Portugal.
From Portugal. Let's
Yeah.
hear it then. Corradinio, right away from Portugal. Welcome, please, for Dolores Keane. Right. Yo.
Oh, and the silence was swarming like a scene from a costume ball, decked out in the colors of Europe and on fire with the hope of it all. There my father's own father stood huddled with the tired and the hungry and scared, town of the century pilgrims, bound by the dreams that they shared. They were standing in lines just like cattle, oaked and sorted and shout. Somewhere one desk away from sweet freedom, some torn from someone they loved. Through this sprawling tower of Babel came a young man confused and alone, determined and bound for America, carrying everything that he owned. Sometimes when I look in my grandfather's emigrant eyes, I see that day reflected. I can't hold my feelings inside. I see starting with nothing and working hard all of his life. So don't take it for granted, say grandfather's emigrant lives. Now he rocks and stares out the window, but his eyes are still just as clear as the day he sailed through the harbor, came ashore on the island of tears. My grandfather's days are numbered, but I won't let his memory die, for he gave me the gift of this country and the look in his emigrant eyes. Sometimes when I look in my grandfather's emigrant eyes, I see that day reflected. I can't hold my feelings inside. I see starting with nothing and working hard all of his life. So don't take it for granted, say grandfather's emigrant eyes.
Dolores Keane. We asked Dolores Keane to come up with another song which the women could all come together and sing. And she chose the Sweet Forget-Me-Not with Maura O'Connell and Frances Black and accompanied by Sharon. In your own time, ladies. Thank you very much indeed.
Fancy brings a thought to mind of a flower that's bright and fair. Its grace and beauty both combine, a brighter jewel more rare. Just like a maiden that I know who shared my happy lot. She whispered when we parted last, oh, you'll forget me not.
Really don't know where, but still it's just the same. Our love grows in the city street as well as in the lane. I gently clasped her tiny hand, one glance at me she shot. She dropped her flower, I picked it up, it was a sweet forget.
Where we parted,
caused her lips to murmur yes, and shortly we were wed. There is a cot down in the land and a tiny garden plot where grows a flower, I know it well. It's a sweet forget-me-not. She's graceful and she's charming like the lily from on. Time is flying swiftly by, how far I am so lost. The roses and the daisies are blooming round the spot where we parted, when she whispered, "You'll forget me not." Where we parted, when she whispered, "You'll forget me not."
Yo-ho! How can this sound? Yo-ho! Okay then. And then we recruited 2 more admirers of Sharon Shannon. They all are over the place, and they come from far and near. And one is Steve Cooney from Australia, and the other is Seamus Begley from Kerry. And they have a... And they have a little ditty for us called the Japanese Hornpipe. Off you go, boys, yeah.
Stimma vad det stamma vad det kvill tycker stamma vad det stimma vad det långa bara det vill. Stamma vad det skvill tycker stamma vad det stimma vad det långa bara det vill.
Listen to me. If ye stop applauding so much, there's one special number that I really want to get in before the end, and we are now over time and we're rushing towards the end. But I want to tell you the good news is that was another first for the Late Late Show, the Irish language with an Australian gloss. It's a bit... I also want to tell you that the switchboard is jammed with calls from all over the country saying how much they're enjoying the music and how much they're enjoying all the playing and the singing, but especially how much they're enjoying the audience, which is... Listen, okay, Steve Cooney, will you introduce the next one, because I don't know what this one is called, and anyway I can't pronounce it. So what is it called?
This is a tune I wrote for Sharon and all the people back in Corofin. Cornfiapa Corofina, agus skidoo.
Cornfiapa Corofina, agus skidoo.
Yeah.
Well done, Corofina. That's what I thought he said, yeah. She's a great young woman. Lovely stuff. All right then, 2 numbers to go, and this one I do want to get in, and I'll ask them just for once around one chorus of it, because I heard them running through it yesterday, and I thought it was something that you should hear. And if those of you who haven't heard it before, I think it'll come as a little delight in itself, and those of you who have heard it before will appreciate it anyway. It's called Maravna Limna, and Liam and Sharon play it together. Would you do one chorus of it for us now, Liam? Thank you. everybody on. And while everybody is on, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank our entire studio audience for coming along here tonight to join us in paying tribute to Sharon. And we thought, always on a tribute show, we have a little prezi for somebody. And we wondered what to get for her. And we decided that because she is touring and traveling far, far more than she ever did before, both at home and abroad, we have got for her, because we know she doesn't have a camera, and now is the time when she should start taking a record of the things she sees and the places she goes to and the people she meets. And so we've got her this beautiful Mitsubishi HSCX6 camcorder. Camcorder, let me tell you, it takes color tapes, of course. Not only that, but it has a color viewfinder. That is to say, you can look through the viewfinder and see the picture in color. And it also has, I thought you'd like it, it also has several gyro stabilizers. Altogether, what, Gay? Gyro stabilizers mean that it doesn't matter whether you shake it around the place, the picture stays constant within it. And it really is a question of, don't bring your brains, we supply them, just point it, press the yoke, and away you go. And Sharon, I'd like to present this to you. I won't give it to you now. Did you see that? Did you see that? You want to do it again? Thank you very much indeed. You're a great girl. You're a great girl. And now everybody on, please. And it's called the Kerry what? Never heard of it. The Kerry Polkas. Good night from the Late Late Show. God bless you all. Thank you for joining us.